we'll do a little preloader. We want to achieve this with a simple CSS. So we have one div of class preloader, and then we have another divs inside. We grab this structure. So we are starting to write the structure. We'll make one div, and with the ID of page preloader, it will hold the whole screen. On top of it will be displaying our bouncing balls. Inside we'll place another div with an ID of ball pulse, and this div will hold all the 3 balls that will be pulsating. They will be inside of 3 empty divs. So we'll just create the first and paste it 2 times more. Once we have this structure, now let's style the page preloader. So we go to our CSS, and for the page preloader, we'll position it absolute or fixed. We'll give a top and a left coordinates to 0. And also we would like the color of the background to be white. Also we would like the text align, so the items to be centered on it, and the width and height to be 100%, which means that we are creating one full screen white canvas on top of everything else. By doing this, for example, if we have in our body, let's say, background green, this page preloader will cover our green background. The page preloader is with the ID, so we can test this out, and we see that the background has been covered by our page preloader. If we remove the background, we can see the body color, so it's functioning. Okay, once we have done this, we will start coding the animation within the balls. So first let's create how one of them will look like. So we'll target the divs inside of the ball pulse class. So this is exactly those 3 balls here, and this is the ball pull class. We're targeting all the divs inside, and we'll give them a width and height, so around 15 pixels. And then we'll make them round with border radius of 100%. We'll give them a silver color, and also we would like to display them as a block elements, but next to each other. So it will use the display inline block. Okay, if we save, by now they should appear as a 3 rounded balls here. So let's add animation to them. First, for the animation, we would like them just to scale out. We'll just use animation, and we'll call this animation ball pulse with a duration of 0.5 seconds, and we'll repeat it infinitely in time. And now let's create this animation. So we'll be using keyframes, animation, and the name of our animation is ball pulse. And then we'll have to write what will happen on the 0 and in the middle of animation, and then around its end. So at the starting position, we would like to transform the balls, and we would like to scale them to 1, which means that they all started as big balls, and then around 45% we would like them to become like 10% of their size. So we'll just type transform and let's say scale to 0.1. If we save and refresh here, we see that they are starting to move. Next thing we would like to do is how we can get different timings of those 3 balls. So the first will be different and then the second and the third. We can specify this easily by targeting the different divs separately. In this div class, this will be the first child, the second, and the third. So we'll target them like this: ball pulse div, and we are grabbing the first child. And for the first child, we'll delay the animation with let's say 36 seconds. Animation delay of 36 seconds. If we save and refresh, we see that the first started to behave differently than the second and the third. So we can do the same for the second and the third. We'll just choose different numbers here for the animation delay. Let's say 24 and 12 here. We save, and now we have our preview done.